what seems to be a contradiction between universalism and nationalism. Two lofty, it can be lofty aspirations in man, which seem to be mutually exclusive. Worrying about the good of your nation, or worrying about, concerned with the good of the world, all of mankind. Why do I say it seems to be? We started this a long time ago. We had a few breaks, a few weddings, Baruch Hashem. So this is actually part 2, but I don't know how many remember what was part 1. So this sheet with the this one, we already saw most of the sources on this sheet, the first 3 at least. We saw how the lofty people, righteous, high-level people, are those that cannot be contained, limited to the worries of their own particular nation. They can't be nationalists according to the usual meaning of the word. We saw in Orta Kodesh, source number 3, that there are these righteous, lofty people that worry about, care about, line number 3, Tov ba'ad kol olam kulo, the good for all the world. And this is line number 7, Tzadikim, these righteous people can't be limited, can't be nationalists according to the usual external common meaning of the word, which understood, which perceived, the way it's lived in our society today, of a limited nationalism. Why? Line number 8. They can't stand any hatred or any injustice. Again, this is in Orta Kodesh. Shin Mem Tet. Volume 3 in Orta Kodesh. Derech HaKodesh. Derech HaKodesh. They can't stand any limitations, any hatred. Which, as we'll see, is usually the outcome of nationalism, patriotism for our group, our collective. It goes on again. I don't want to repeat the whole thing. We saw this. I remember it. But they can't stand any limitations, any they can't stand any limitation or shrinking, shriveling of the good and the chesed and the grace and the giving. You don't need to limit the good to your friends, your family, your community, your nation. They want the totality of good. Also in Orot, on the page Kuf Nun Bet, on the right, in source number 2, line number 23. The universal aspiration always fills the heart of those sensitive souls of mankind. The good people of the world, the big people of the world, the spirits that, as it goes on, therefore they will feel suffocated if you limit them, lock them into the area, the arena, so to speak, of their individual nation. So therefore the question is there any room for Jewish nationalism? So they talk about Am Yisrael, Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Amim, chosen us from all the nations. So if we're really idealistic, and one of these lofty souls, righteous people, we can't stand this limitation. So why do we so much develop and base a lot on an understanding of the centrality of the nation of Israel? So getting back to Orta Kodesh, source number 3. So he says, in line number 11, but these righteous people that can't be limited, can't stand any limitation of the good, of the bestowing good on as many as possible, of all of God's creatures. and feel suffocated at anything less than that. However, in spite of that, they are great expectors working for the redemption of Israel. Why? מפני שהם יודעים ברור ומאמינים בכל מלוא נפשם התורה שישועת ישראל ישועת השם. Because they know with the depths of their heart, the certainty, their whole soul, that the redemption of Israel is the redemption of God. It's the manifestation of this divine ideal, this loftiest ideal, universal, beyond this world ideal. Yeshuat ha'olam u'mla'o, it is the redemption of the world in its totality. V'chol ha'shebo, and all that is in it. Mimromei rum adom ketachat. From the top highest levels down to the lowest. In other words, the redemption of Israel is not the redemption of Israel, the nation, private nation of Israel. The redemption of Israel is the redemption of the world that we have to discuss, understand. We already began that. But just again, like I said, to summarize it, what we saw till now. This line number 13, there are sources for that, Chazal and the later writings, that the redemption of Israel is the redemption of God. In the Midrash Tehillim, it says in a few places in the Midrashim, how we pray, and the Tehillim says, Yeshuatcha, your redemption, God. What do you mean, your redemption? How do we talk about God's redemption? God needs redemption. He needs to be redeemed. They say if it wasn't written, we couldn't say it. But what is it? Because the redemption of Israel is the redemption of God. The redemption of God, let's put it simply, oversimply, is the manifestation of that divine ideal of creation that preceded creation. That all of the world was created just to reach that highest level of totality, which is infinite, never stops, keeps growing ad infinitum. And that divine goal has a receptacle, has that which is lowered down into this world to manifest that ideal. It created an entity that is this microcosm, this seed, so to speak, that contains all the DNA of that future goal. All of the history is the development of that cell, of that nation, that national entity that is so created with that inner content, to unfold, to reveal itself, and to bring the blessing to all of creation, to link up all of mankind to that higher goal. That's its national content. Its national content is universal. It's not a national content for the good of the nation. That we saw, just again quickly, in Olat Riyah, in the Siddur of Rav Kook, on page Shinpei Vav, Shinpei Zayin. Yeah, I'll just do it in English quickly. The national goal of Israel that makes us stand out and unique as an entity in this world, its goal is lo b'shil atzmat, not for itself, for our benefit, our safety, ki'im b'shil atov ha'kali, but rather for the collective good, to illuminate all of the world in the light of truth and peace. So to the goal of its whole existence, of its individual, private existence of the Jewish kingdom in this world, literal, physical, tangible, three-dimensional kingdom, people living, eating, sleeping, unfortunately having also to have wars, defend themselves. To defend what though? What are they coming to defend? Themselves, their private lives, their body, their national body, national life. Their whole existence, the goal of their existence in the kingdom is l'shem ha'tachlit ha'koli, is for the collective goal. The goal of the kingdom of Israel is not, I'm skipping lines and lines. The goal of the kingdom of Israel is not as another limb amongst the limbs of different branches of humanity, another nation. But rather is the value of all of them. It is that's called the conductor, that guides them all, that directs them all, that brings out the blessing of all of them. It's not a private thing, not one of many. You worried about yourself? Worried about the good of your private thing? No, it's like different points on the circle. So if you lift up one point, what happens to the other side of the circle, so to speak? Right? If You have this circle here. If you pick up one point on the circle, the other one goes down. Right? It's on the pivot. It's made up of a lot of points, right? Infinite points. So if you pick up this circular thing, or a certain point on the ball, you rotate it around the axis, whatever, then the other one is up, the other is down. Your benefit brings to their demise. But there's one organ, so to speak, nation in the world that is not another nation, not another limb amongst the limbs that's worried about its own existence. It's the central, it's the inner point of that circle. That when you lift that up, everything, the whole ball, the whole circle goes up. Pick up the center, the whole thing goes with it now. Because it's the central organ, it's the heart of the nations, as the rabbis tell us. We'll see that's even more than that. But as far as that metaphor of the heart, that its whole wish, desire to live, to be healthy and strong, is to give life and blessing to all. Not for itself to be a healthy heart and who cares about the rest? The rest of the world can go get lost. It only wants to be a heart and a healthy heart for the sake of its function, which is to be that heart which gives life to all. God told Abraham Avinu, all the nations of the world will be blessed through you. That's the vehicle He created. There's this central organ, like in the body. So too there's a central organ in mankind, in the world, in all of creation, to which God, goal and ideal, the name of God, the Yeshuat Hashem, the redemption of God, comes down to all of the world. Yeshuat HaOlam, the whole world and all that is in it.